Hello, my friends, viewers, and followers. Thank you for tuning in to this Christmas special yoga. And today I just would like you to appreciate that you came here and you're taking your time, because the more time you take for yourself to take good care of you, you'll be able to give. So this is the time for you. So for just a minute, not long, will you just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and exhale through the mouth. And come to the present moment, to the right now and here. Leave everything behind that is behind, that has been in the past, and that will be maybe in a few minutes after this practice. Just arrive in the now. And since Christmas is coming and approaching, what is it that your heart is desiring? I'm sure it is more than no crumbs on the floor or a tidy house or just to get it over with. What is your heart longing for? Try to name it. Maybe it is peace, or just feeling loved or appreciated. What is it that your heart is desiring? Your deepest desire beyond the surface. And then know that no one else than God can fill that hole and fulfill that desire. Your family cannot fulfill it. And to put the burden of you fulfilling your desire on your family is just wrong, because they will disappoint you. So at this moment, in this place, ask God to fulfill your heart's desire. And even if you don't know what you really desire, ask God to show it to you and to help you to that it is fulfilled. And then see what you can give this Christmas. I know you're probably giving a lot to a lot of people who are demanding a lot of things, but you're not giving it to the people. You're offering it to God as an offering, like the shepherds came to the nativity scene, to Jesus, and gave that what they had as an offering. And maybe it is very, very small. Maybe this year you can give your patience. Maybe you can give kindness. Maybe you can give peace in your house or in your family gathering. Maybe you offer up to hold your tongue in a difficult situation and give that as an offering. That is an offering. that Jesus more than welcomes. Because it's his birthday and we shall give too. And as Mother Teresa always saw, she always saw Jesus in everyone she met. So maybe try that. You're not doing it to the people. You're doing it for Jesus. Every kind act, every tongue that you keep, the patience that you keep, maybe some kind encouraging words, everything for God, for Jesus. And take one more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. And let's practice just a little bit of yoga. Just stretching out your body and releasing, relaxing, and practicing to be in the moment. See you on the mat. So let's come standing on our mat, right on top of our mat. Right in front, feeling all four corners of your feet on the ground. Try to grip your toes and then let go. Maybe you come onto your toes, maybe you quite don't feel the balance. Come up on top of your toes, that's really difficult. Try to remain tall, engage your core, and then slowly come down and come onto your heels. Maybe you've done this as a kid. Have fun with it, you know. It's not easy. And then come back on your toes. Ooh, great. And then come down and feel all four corners of your feet to the ground, really feeling grounded. Now let's lift up our arms. Big inhale, big stretch, up, 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 lift. Exhale, hands to the side. One more time. Deep inhale. And grab with the right hand, left wrist, and then come into the lateral stretch on the side. Let me show you. Keep your legs straight, your arms as straight as you can. Reach over and really opening up the shoulder. Don't scrouch to the front, but come to the side. Big inhale, lift up and grab the other wrist and come to the other side. Really nice side bend. Deep inhale, deep exhale, strong legs, grounded to the floor. We want to be grounded. We want to not be head center today, but we want to stay grounded. Lift up your arms. One more time. Lift them up to the sky. And hands to the side. Let's add on. Inhale. Lift your chest up. Engage your core. Exhale. Bend your knees. And slowly forward fold. Forward fold. Say yes. Say no. Loosening up your head. And straighten out your back. Maybe bending one knee a little bit further and the other knee really trying to get into your hamstrings. Switching sides and then straighten the back and forward fold. One more time, lift up all the way up to the sky. Hands up and hands to the side. Let's do this one more time, really stretching out. Deep inhale. Right hand on left wrist, stretch to the side. Come to the middle. Stretch to the other side. Big stretch. Lift your heart up to the sky. And deep dive down. Bending your knees. Straightening one knee, bending the other, and then straightening the other one, bending it. And then both knees and shifting a little bit forward onto your toes so your weight is not all on the heels. Straighten out your back, lift up, and then step back into a plank pose. Really trying to engage your core here. Maybe shift a little bit forward, a little bit back. Press out of your shoulders. And then 8-point vinyasa. So you put down your knees, you put down your chin or your forehead. Elbows are pointing backward, shoulders away from the ears. And dive through into cobra pose. Elbows are pointing backward, toes are on the floor. Lift your chest up. Deep inhale, deep exhale, and shift your weight back into a nice child's pose. Arms to the front, stretch out. Big inhale, big exhale. Look forward, and then let's come into a downward facing dog. And walk that dog. One leg is bending, the other leg is bending, really. Find length in your back, really push yourself from the shoulders away from the floor. The hands are just the fingertips, a grip into the floor, so you release a little bit weight from your wrists. And then bending both knees, really finding lots of length, and then come into a downward facing dog. And look forward, shift your weight forward onto your hands. You're really strong here, engaging your core, lifting, and placing your weight back. One more time. Really strong, push the floor away, and shift your weight back. Let's lift our right leg up to the sky. Keep your hip leveled, and then just step through. Just step through. Come into a high-low lunge, and just come here to terms that your heel is really pushing backwards. Both hips are facing forward. I know it's a lot of strength for the legs. You can have your hands in front of your heart. If you feel really good today, strong, lift up your arms. You can have them shoulder width apart or all the way together. Really straight up, shooting up, and at the same time lowering down. And then slowly have your hands back on the floor, placing the left hand on the floor, the right hand lifts up. Really press out of your shoulder and twist. At the same time, pushing your heel back towards the floor. And then I like to do a shoulder circle. Just opening up your shoulder. Inhale up, exhale down. Try to stay really stable with your lower body. If you're not coming up and down with your lower body, it's the arm that is circling. Last time. Open up one more time, and then placing your hands down on the floor and shift your weight back. Now, if you're really inflexible, you can have your hands on your thigh. Try to keep your back straight. If you're a little bit more flexible, have your hands to the floor. Make sure that your little pinky is towards you, so you're not like making funny shapes with your ankle, but you're really pushing it back. You can stay here. You can go a little bit deeper if you try to bend down more, but keeping your back straight as you can. Draw on your belly. Make room. One more deep inhale, deep exhale. Great. And then shift your weight forward. Come one more time on to the knee lifting off the floor. Maybe shifting a little bit back and forth. And then squaring the back foot towards the front. And then lots of strength in your leg. Come into warrior two. Now make sure you stay really squared here. It's a little bit hip opener. Make sure if you look over the front toe, you're seeing your big toe, not all toes. That's too much for the knee to go to the side. But you're just seeing, if you look down, the big toe. Then lift up your arm. Look that they're on the same level. Sometimes you have it here or here. Oh, it's straight, and then look forward. Grounding your feet, the outside of your back leg. the front leg, really everything is grounded. Beautiful. And then placing your hands down, squaring your foot in a little angle towards the side of the mat, and then come into Skandasana. Now, you can stay here if you're really not that good of a flexible, or you can come lower. You can have your hands always on the floor, hands up in front of your heart, or you can even come into a nice side twist, opening up the hip, the inner thigh. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And then shift your weight towards the front. Both feet are pointing forward, straight back, and exhale, forward fold. Now, you might not get to the floor with your hands. Then have your hands on your thighs, not on your knees or on your calves. And draw on your belly to make a little bit more room. Shift your weight a little bit forward towards the toes. Don't fall over. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And come up, straight back, hands on your hips. Lift up, and let's step to the front. Tadasana. Inhale, hands lift up. Exhale, hands on the floor, forward fold. Lift, look up, and step back. Now you can do an 8-point vinyasa as we have done before, with the knees coming down and chin or forehead, or you can come into chaturanga. You can come into a cobra pose or an upward facing dog, however you feel right now. Maybe look over one shoulder, look over the other shoulder. Come to the middle, really enjoying this heart opener. And come back into a child's pose with extended arms. Come onto the fingertips, really lengthening your back, shoulders away from the ears. Look forward and come into a downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Keep your hips straight, not opening up, but keeping it straight, really pushing with your fingertips back. And then shift that leg forward. Come onto the upper toes, knee lifted from the floor, and shift maybe a little bit back and forth. Now lots of strength with the legs. Come up, lift. Hands in front of your heart or hands up. Maybe shoulder width apart or together. Really press your back heel down towards the floor. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Slowly come down. Put your right hand down and open up into a nice side twist, just looking up. Deep breaths. Placing that hand down, and let's come into the half splits, half Hanumanasana. Make sure that your pinky is pointing towards you. You can stay up here, remember. You can come all the way down. And you can forward fold with as straight of a back as you can. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Enjoy the stretch. And shift your weight forward again. One more time. Come the knee off the floor. Maybe shift a little bit back and forth. And then turn your toe towards the back of your mat. And lots of strength in your legs. Come up, warrior two. Check that this arm is about the same level as your front arm. Deep breath. Core is engaged. Stay strong. But keep at the same time peaceful mind. So maybe a smile on your face. And then lower your hands down. Shift your weight all the way to the side. Now you can stay here, Skandasana. You can come all the way down. Have your hands in front of your heart. Or maybe open up. Choose what feels good to you today. Very nice. Placing both hands on the floor, both feet point to the back of your room, and straighten out your back, and then forward fold. And have your hands somewhere. Have them on your thighs, have them on your chins, not on your knees, or just to the floor. And forward fold, maybe this time just a little bit bigger. And just let go. Inhale. Straighten out your back, hands to your hips and strong legs. Lift yourself up and come to the front of your mat. Hands in front of your heart. Deep breath, deep exhale. Bend your knees, come into Utkatasana. No one likes Utkatasana, me neither. But we use it as a transition to slowly place yourself down, if you can, very gently without using your arms. And no one likes Navasana, but it's a really great pose because it gives you this core strength that we need to stay strong in our life and to have a straight back, good posture. So shoulders away from the ears. Really don't use only your hip flexors, but draw on your belly and check. You can check, if this core is tight. It should be tight. It should be activated. You can poke it. And keep smiling. And we're already there. That we straighten out the legs and slowly come into a laying down position. And just lay down. And I would like to have one more hip opener to just open up your hips. So let's come into happy baby. Grab the big toes, grab the outside of your legs, whatever you like. Draw the knees down towards your armpits. Deep inhale, deep exhale. One more time, deep inhale, deep exhale. From here, the feet come together and it's butterfly pose upside down. So you're just pulling the knees in towards your chest. A little bit deeper hip opener. Try to keep your back flat to the floor. Your tailbone stays on the floor. Shoulders away from the ears. And your face should not reveal any tensions because shouldn't be straining your neck or your face. Great. Let's add one more twist just to stretch out your back. Let's have one leg over the other, and let's have the hand out to the side. I like to keep my head neutral and not look over to the side, but feel free to do so if that is good for you. Come up and shift your hip a little bit over to the other side, and let's come just into an enjoyable, quick side body stretch. Really good for your back. But remember, never push yourself. Even in this beautiful side bend, it should never hurt, it should never pinch, it should feel relaxing. Come out of the pose. I like to windshield wipe my legs one more time and really shift your hip up. Maybe your back is cracking one more time. Don't forget to breathe here. And let's come into Savasana. And we're going to come into full relaxation. So relax your feet, let them drop to the side. Relax your calves. Tell yourselves, my calves are relaxed. My hamstrings are relaxed. My glutes are relaxed. My fingers are relaxed. My lower arm is relaxed. My upper arm is relaxed. My shoulders are relaxed. My lower back is relaxed. My upper back and shoulders are relaxed. My shoulders dropped down to the floor all the way. My neck is relaxed. The back of my head is relaxed. My face is relaxed. My mouth and jaw are relaxed. My eyes are relaxed. My forehead is relaxed. My whole body is relaxed. My whole body is relaxed. My whole body is relaxed. In this relaxed state, remember what you ask God to fulfill in your heart. And remember what you said you're going to give, like the Good Shepherd coming to Jesus in the manger and bringing you offering. Remember that you're not alone, and with God's grace, you can bring the offering and you can let God touch your heart and fulfill your desire. Only God can. Then slowly stretch yourself up and over to the sky. Make yourself long Draw in your belly, draw in your belly button to the floor, stretch yourself out, and then have your knees into your chest, hug them in, releasing your back. One more time, just shifting a little bit from side to side. And then let's come over into a quick seated position. One more time, side body stretch. And neck comes down, neck stretch. Side body stretch on the other side. And the neck comes down. Well, I wish you a beautiful, beautiful Merry Christmas. I hope that you enjoyed this practice and it helped you to relax and to prepare yourself just a little bit more. God bless you, and I see you soon again with another video. Merry Christmas.